Hello everyone, we are back. Let's get some work done. How's everyone doing today? Hey, Cat Ritual. I've got some plans for this morning's stream. We'll see how it goes, but I think it'll be fun. Stupid rain. Let me post a link in my Discord so you can get notified. I don't know what the frick that bot is doing. It hasn't popped up for a bit. But let me copy a link to my Discord for you. I did use Stream Elements like one time, but oh my gosh, they can't climb it. Alright, we'll relog. This happens sometimes. It's unfortunate, but it does happen. But how are you doing this morning? I don't know why the climbing animation just decides to go crazy sometimes. But the welfare is fine now. Whatever. Let's work on these. I want to create some rock wall types, but I want them to look kind of fake. Why is my escape bar not working now? Come on. This also happens every once in a while. Planet Zoo is a perfectly functional game that needs no bug fixes. Okay, we're gonna try and relog again, because escape key not working is kind of a pain. Kind of a pain. Load back in. Resume. Hope they won't be too big of an issue. Alright, hopefully this will work now. Okay. Escape key works. Animals can't climb. I wonder if I put them back in the enclosure. Nope. The game has decided to truly hate me today. I get an earlier start on it than normal. Come on, Zoo Bern. Everything works. Yay. Who knew such a simple task would... No climbing. Let's see. Just grab one of those decals. Added it to that group. Oops. Let's see. I've seen Wyatt Andrews' workshop using these. I wonder. Let's see. Let's make this. No, it's nature, not habitat. We'll see how this looks. Make a few variants of it. Just see how it looks like. I mean, it looks pretty samey there, so let's. We'll fix all that up later. All this will get. I don't think the plaster cones actually add much. Figure out, do I like this kind of style a little bit better? Come on. Let's see. Um, let's see. Let's grab this chunk. looking much better. Let's see. No, this probably isn't the most thrilling. But I hope it's at least somewhat interesting. So we're kind of getting some wall structures down that will house some foliage, so to add a little bit more greenery to this as well. We'll have to cover those up with actual rocks, but it's looking pretty good in here. Let's see, what does it look like from here? This area is still very bare. Yes, back in the day. I haven't played in a while, but I used to when I was a wee lad. That was kind of what got me into Planet Zoo. I played Zoo Tycoon 2 and Zoo Tycoon 1. I've not heard of him. Is he a Zoo Tycoon 2 player? I've mainly been into Planet Zoo YouTubers, but I do know the Gaming Beaver. I'm trying to remember what of his videos got me interested in him. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've been following him. Alright, let's clean this up a bit. Yeah, I know he did that, but I followed him before that, because I'm pretty sure I followed him before the Jurassic World Evolution games were released. Pretty sure, at least. Right now... For regular videos, I guess ZSH plays or for Planet Zoo, I watch a lot of ZSH plays. I watch Caesar Creates. Wyatt Andrews' Workshop is really good. His is much more infrequent, but his builds are spectacular. Eben's been doing some really good work on Planet Zoo recently as well, with more consistent uploads. Digital Blob, he's a streamer friend of mine. He does YouTube as well. Sparrow, but she hasn't done one in a while since she got married. You might want to send her a Discord message and just make sure she's alright. Jean Tide, she's often here as well. She does some really good Planet Zoo builds. Oh yeah, I played that, or I didn't even play it. I was at my cousin's house and she had it. That's the Xbox version, right? And I remember being like, these are just subspecies of the same animal. We might just enclose this like this and not give them that big of an indoor shelter. I don't think I have that big of a problem with that. Yeah, no, he's great. But he's really friendly to newer players as well. And newer streamers. He popped onto my live stream and then we've been pretty good friends since then. In the sense of internet friends. Well, that's unfortunate. Hold on, my wife's waking up. Let me make sure nothing's up, because she doesn't go to work till later. Come on, dogs. Yeah, sorry. Dogs are bothering my wife. Bella, come on. Yeah, Blob, Eben, Goron, they all do crazy high detailed builds. Caesar. Personally, my favorite is Wyatt Andrews' workshop recently. Thanks. Yeah, no. I totally understand. Those people have infinite amounts of patience, it seems. We'll have a rock face over there. They also just know what zoos look like. That's one of the things I have trouble with sometimes. It's just... sometimes it's very difficult to get, like, that actual zoo aesthetic. I think Caesar Creates was the first person I used to play Planet Zoo a lot, and then I kind of got discouraged about it, which I think is kind of a common trend. And then when I was streaming, I did a poll saying, hey, should I play Planet Zoo? Give it a try. People voted yes. So I started playing it. Yeah, he was probably my first Planet Zoo YouTuber that I watched once I got back in. Because I used to watch, like, Rudy and Best in Slot. Yeah, that is something... I'm not there yet. The closest I've gotten is creating some custom... Yeah, no. The closest I've gotten is over here. I've got a custom font piece from the New Asia LED strip joints, which I should probably upload to the workshop, but you know. That's the closest I've got, but that still makes sense. You're just using tiny little pieces to act as a font. Theoretically could make some nice fonts with it. I don't have the patience for it. I got done with that one and I was like, ugh. I feel gross after doing that. So how does this look? It's making it look much more... makes sense. The roof of this didn't really do it for me at first. But now it's starting to come together. I think I like Wyatt Andrews a lot because he really... Hey, thanks for the raid. Thanks for the raid. What time is it? 6:53? Okay, we got a good bit, a little bit more streaming. Would hate for you to raid when we have to leave, but that's looking better. But yeah, how was your stream? What were you working on? We're just chatting about different Planet Zoo YouTubers that have inspired us. And yeah, I was talking about Wyatt Andrew Workshop. He really gets the aesthetic of American zoos really well, specifically Midwestern zoos. Which I haven't been to a ton of Midwestern zoos. I guess you could call Detroit and Cincinnati, but most of the zoos I've been to have been southeastern zoos. So that's more what I know. But this is a European zoo, which is completely out of my wheelhouse. But we're just going with Paradise of themes of excessive theming. Super high budget. Thank you. I'm just trying to create this more mountainside habitat. Which are always very difficult to do. This habitat especially. Let's see what it looks like through the viewing areas. Well, this one. You don't get much of a view, but... yeah, we definitely need some higher shrubs up there. Maybe even some Himalayan birch. Though our reference image doesn't really look like that. I mean, our... yeah, that's pretty nice looking. What was this? A trash can. Then when you go up to here, which still needs a lot of work, Yeah, that's looking good. We do need some more high shrubbery, but and then if we go down and we look at the training region, it's pretty good. Fortunately, we don't have any real views that give you a super wide shot, but maybe that's a plus. It's not like, thanks for the follow. It's nothing like this habitat. So this habitat is very open. You can see very much everything that's happening here. It's pretty much the same with this. Oh, snow leopard's taking a dump. Like this one, pretty much get a view of the whole habitat. Yeah, I must also stress, I did not make the top part of this mesh structure. Captain Callum did. Another great YouTuber for anyone wanting to know. He does a lot of recreations, but he's doing his own projects right now, and they look very cool. But this is the coolest habitat I've done. Why is everything pooping? And it's you can get the Bengal tiger, but you can also see the markhor up at the top. I really like this view. I'm trying to remember. Then where's the baby? I'm using the remaster mod. The baby can hide so well in this habitat. Oh, there he is. So cute. Yeah, it's a tough one. I need to put enter the Himalayas here or something like that. I might do it with my own custom font. But yeah, this is your bear cave, and then you'll come out here, and you're officially into the Himalayas with the snow leopard and the markhor. And then you'll go this way, and you can branch off this direction to go see the Sichuan Basin of China, which is still kind of part of the mountainous areas. Then descend into the Terai grasslands of India, kind of over here, or into the Druzinga Basin or Valley of Mongolia. And then over here, we're going to have the Gur Forest and kind of get into Africa after that. I've got a loose plan of Asia. We're trying to do all species. We'll see how that goes. Because I'm going pretty detailed. So what's your zoo like? How's that progress been? I saw you were streaming Planet Zoo when you raided in, so. You might be able to go in and watch the VOD this morning of your stream if you've got that available. See what everything looks like. Give you a follow. Queen J Shakes. I'll remember to follow you after this. Always appreciate the raid. And there's not a lot of Planet Zoo streamers, so always good to meet another one. go a little bit less Siberian pea shrub. Nice. That's kind of my other zoo, Tri-State. It's set in southern Alabama, which is where I'm from Alabama, not necessarily southern Alabama. Um, and so it's more of like a rescue zoo for species like I do mods as well, in case you couldn't tell. So, like, for example, the only reason these brown bears don't look like just grizzly bears is um but so like my southeastern zoo has like armadillos, squirrels, things like that. It's a pretty fun zoo. But I started it off with I'm so it's also a ZSU zoo. I don't know if you know what that is, but it was founded by like I think Leaf. And so it's managed through a Discord, so I have to get animals from other Planet Zoo players. It's kind of like franchise, but not. Um, yeah, I'm liking that. I think that's looking much better. We need to clean up this area. Okay, yeah. So he did the ZSU and what am I trying to say? But yeah, I'm about to get Eastern Cottontail is the plan. Yeah, he's good. I think he's a little bit more negative sometimes than I like. Just on like DLCs and stuff, I think he thinks the worst of things sometimes. Which I mean is it's his opinion. So he's welcome to have it. But it's just a little bit too negative for me sometimes. But his builds are really good. And I've started really liking the tour format of YouTubers over the speed build format. So that's what I started doing for my YouTube as well. But I do it with a little bit of a twist. Yeah. But I mean, I'm also of the opinion that pretty much the past two DLCs have been some of the best DLCs. I think the potential for really small. I actually don't really care if that's a rock face, because nobody's gonna see that, and it's not really gonna. The bears aren't really gonna care. So, here's what we need. We need some flowering pea shrub to make this look a little bit less just green. I heard someone saying it was the worst pack, and I was like, oh my goodness. You poor thing. Like, the pieces for, like, hoofstock barns alone make it spectacular. I know, ZSH Plate and it was in his Discord that someone said that, and him and I were both just like, hold on, wait a minute. There's just some piece. So, like, some of the older packs have just really, really nice range of... Yeah, unfortunately, me and some people talking last night, I think it's over. I think we're done with DLCs. I'm fine with that, because it means Planet Zoo 2 is happening next year, in my opinion. And I'd love to see what the game can do with all the lessons they learned from Planet Zoo they can start incorporating into Planet Zoo 2. So they know, hopefully, not to do a bunch of the things that they've done in the past. They can start with good animal models, maybe. And then just clean up a lot of the stuff that's just aging. More flexi color options, more climbable options. But I think yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, I think I'm out of time. That does put us at a pretty good spot with here. Yeah, everything needs to be flexi color. Like Indian themed scenery would be so much more useful if you had flexi color. Also, just gonna give a brief. This is the kind of keyframe picture of the zoo. We do actually need to build a zoo entrance soon. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Yeah, I like this view a lot. I think there should have been something more here, but I don't know. We'll see how that goes. So this is you entering the Tiger Temple. An implied habitat for a Bengal monitor. Made by Captain Callum. Yeah, go home. The snow leopards have drinking their water. Then we've got scorpions somewhere in here. But it's a half exhibit, so you never know when you're going to see them. Oh, I made this almost entirely out of the new Asia DLC pieces. Yeah, I think that I agree with that. I definitely agree with that, because for my aquarium in my southeastern zoo, sometimes it was a little too busy. Well, I think maybe there'll be a mountain or tower in the background. Like I could see one maybe being here to kind of counteract that tree. Let's see. It'd have to be taller than that. We'll see. Because if we're entering into China, there's maybe some architectural stuff we can do there. Yeah, we'll just have to see. I don't want it to fill the full frame, but something that just kind of... Because this building acts good to frame against this tree. This building acts good to frame against this tree. This tree works to kind of slope up and then down. It's just this one is a little bit... So I need something up here, I think, to kind of... I don't know. I'm no architect. But yeah, our lion-tailed macaques. These guys look so good. It's not even a remaster. Like, the fact that that's the quality that Planet Zoo's been able to put into their DLC animals now. I'm very excited to start working on the Gur Forest, because it's got the black buck and separate these so they can be two wall sets that I can use, and I can recolor them even. That will be neat. So, things that I'll be working on in Thursday's stream is we'll probably finish... Well, they've got a new management game confirmed for next year, so I think it will be November of next year, is my opinion. But things we need to do, we need to add some rubble and a few plants in this kind of rockier, more formal area. maybe some leaves in the pool. Clean up this doorway. Probably need to actually make this like a cliff slope, kind of Prague Zoo-esque. And then over here, we just need to add bits to the foliage areas. And maybe do some clutter over here. But that's going to have to be me for now. Let me see if I can raid someone real quick. Same category. Do I know these people? Do they speak English? I don't have time to... Hey, thanks for the follow, Sunja. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to stop here. I don't see anyone in English, so... bye now. I gotta head to work. I'll be back on tomorrow morning. Which it's morning here.